It's Madden NFL 24, and the focus is on Najee Harris. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Steelers and the Raiders on Sunday night.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
A good running there by Jacobs on first down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 14 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Steelers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
Hi, Lordy.
Although they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased
Yeah,
with the
ball.
ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he stopped at the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, probably. Twitch always has problems.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big
Marcus Epps, dude.
The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Harris running straight ahead.
Oh.
Back-to-back nice gains. That
Aw,
was for
would've been
14
cool.
yards and another first. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more
Oh.
in this game.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board.
Oh,
He's
there's
gonna be
Crosby.
swallowed up right away. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On second down, this is Harris. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys in bat,
I don't know.
one guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he will have a Steelers.
Obviously, he's old, yes, he's still an X factor.
4 on 3rd and inches. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they get the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, here's Pickett. Over the middle, complete. It's Washington. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, he is.
Pickett will look to throw it here. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to
Nice, Simmons.
And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half.
Shame I won't be able to sign you.
In the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now.
That sucks that I have to go the whole franchise without trading this one season.
That's why you were moved to the defense.
If I need 2 players, and I guess I don't know.
But I do know I saw a couple of guys throw.
Now I know it's going to hurt me.
They were saying, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. Garoppolo. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He's got it to the 43 here. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Quick throw, caught out wide by Renfro. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. 15 yards there on the catch and run. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. On play action, now Garoppolo. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play action, Garoppolo. This is caught. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1-7 on EA Sports. Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Third and short to give to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Steelers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Oh, sorry, but yeah, I don't know why we're broke.
Buying time to his left. They'll get this to his
What a throw!
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I got after the big play inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Pickett sets up play action. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 8 yards out, and the Steelers are able to move back in front.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell.
I gotta add more plays in some other places. I'm starting to notice that now. I need more plays.
9 plays in all, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field.
Stick with my game plan.
Was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Throwing quickly here, and he's got Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
This is getting beat.
Give him 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here
wasn't ready.
to pick up yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now Austin. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action, Pickett.
Oh no.
And that is incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh no. Oh no.
Here's Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, Kenny fumbled it.
Getting upfield to make the stop.
Not sacked and fumbled. Probably strip sack. To do the animation for it.
Very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block.
Joey Porter Jr.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Thanks, bud.
Last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw, Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. And the Raiders have got him. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York. Sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw, Pickett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Oh, my God.
Now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Oh.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their 1st interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control of that. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come
over.
Peterson.
Continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And he'll go down at the 28. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And this is caught at the end. Called at a very strong gain of 24.
For as much as we extol his route running and him as a pass catcher, he might be better with the ball in his hands. He did not want to go down there until he found the end zone. And while he didn't quite get there, he and his guys are set up near the goal line now, 1st and goal.
Now Pickett. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Pickett right back to the air again.
Oh, I threw it too early.
At the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
Threw it too early. Should let him break off of it first.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
I'm trying to keep everything the same.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's not good.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Divine Diablo.
God damn, dude. Why they give me so much? I'm messing up now.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. They're should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Charles, we get a peek now at the Steelers 2023 class. And this was a team that received a lot of praise for how well they handled the draft board all weekend long and filled their biggest needs.
And they certainly started off great. Broderick Jones at tackle in the first round. Then they got Darnell Washington, a massive tight end in the...
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
All right, I got to figure something out.
Fresh set of downs at their own 11. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll be taken down
It's
at
Spillane.
18. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
Oh!
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A catch and first down for Robinson, coming off of a rough single season with the Rams with just over 300 yards. A fresh start after a trade to Pittsburgh. If there's a team that gets a lot out of its receivers, it's the Steelers.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup.
Yeah, he's out low.
Well, that last one makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. And now they're in the hurry-up. To the air on first down with Pickett. It gets it complete to Harris. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They hand this off to Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. does well now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Sometimes the running back's got to do it for you.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. So out come the Raiders. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. We often give credit to the O-line there.
What?
Formation, those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most... Football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
Yeah, he's gone.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Past the 20. Down the right sideline. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It's caught here by Adams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's
a mistake.
The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive
That's not the one I wanted to choose.
The 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll run it with Jacobs. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Come on, Simmons, dude. You gotta cover him.
Mayer with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and go. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away.
All right.
So get him down at about the 17-yard line. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Harris running straight ahead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett, rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
No.
T.J. Watt. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete.
I was going to end up getting him again. I bull rushed him again.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Let's take a break, Highsmith, for the rest of the game.
Down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So Garoppolo and the Raiders now down by 12. A minute 51 on the clock. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Renfro.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Finding room at midfield.
He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Here's 2nd down and 3.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he is going to have a Steeler 1st down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Steelers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the...
Najee, TJ, and Mika closing it out. Sometimes you just gotta run the ball. Might be able to sign him, so. I can relocate the Steelers now. Oh boy. No! I didn't want the Canopy Stadium. Oh. But did it do it already? I didn't want the Canopy Stadium.
It's Madden NFL.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
And that is the kind of tackle they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. You look at the defense for these Texans.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you got the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there. It's a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver. He worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Stroud here on 3rd and long.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. Now, here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. How about this? Now he's free to midfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Caught by Woods. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Stroud looking to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And Stroud now to throw. That's into the hands of Woods. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. It's a gain of a yard, and that'll be good for a Houston 1st. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in 1st downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
An 8-play drive to this point, so here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Stroud on 3rd down now. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll run again with Harris. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 28 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston set to take over. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And his throw is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Got his man, Dell. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Dell making a nice grab there, and he is so good at separating from defenders. Takes a special type of corner to be able to stay in his pocket for long. Give him a couple of seconds, and he'll find a way to get.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Texans back out there and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1, and that's not going to get it.
And the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Pickett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The tackle by Cole Holcomb from the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Stroud now on 2nd down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not. Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these...
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. On first down, here's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They run here with Singletary.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
Touchdown! Robert Woods. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They're going for it. This is Harris.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
Finding Harris over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens.
And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Texans' 38-yard line.
Off play action, Pickett. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Pickett sets up play action.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Pickett back to throw. He finds Austin complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, 29 yards. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. On second down, it's Stroud. That is caught by Dell. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
As this complete to Woods. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Stroud. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here goes Stroud again. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Stroud to throw it. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's go now.
Stroud sets up the play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. We've got an injured player, and that's running back Devin Singletary, who's in some discomfort. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have a Steelers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. To the air on first down with Pickett. Robinson's got it. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over. And now out comes Houston. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. That's caught again by Schultz. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff here to Ogunbowale. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They go again with Ogunbowale. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Stroud. Got his man, Dell. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They run it. It's Ogunbowale. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And Stroud now to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Here's Ogunbowale. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dare Ogunbowale. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 133 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Harris looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The ball mere inches from the white line on. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Stroud. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games
taking it right down Broadway? And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Rolling to his right. He's got this to Pickens. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Pickett. Sliding out of the pocket. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Washington. Touchdown. Darnell Washington with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And here comes the Texans now. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and 1, Stroud. He's got his man, that's Dell. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Stroud now on 2nd down. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Stroud will look to throw once more. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Mills, 4th down, got to have it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Here's Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Steelers continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mills to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Then Woods has it complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Mills to the air again. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Down to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. For a Steeler touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Boswell good with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Texans 17.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Here's Austin. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing